Hello, welcome back to the James Rambling Reviews for yet another episode. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about this movie called Air. But before I get into that, this is a bit different to Sisu. We're kind of going and talking about different kind of movies again. But before we get into Air, right, I'm just going to put it straight that I'm not like a big giant basketball fan. Like, I've not liked it for all of my life or anything like that. And stuff like that. So yeah, and there's Ben Affleck is directing this movie, and I know Ben Affleck was Batman, but Air, right? I'm gonna dive into Air, right? So it's pretty much about the creation of the Air Jordan shoes. It's got Nike, Converse, Adidas. It's directed by Ben Affleck. It's a 2 hour, almost 2 hour movie, I want to say. And you've got actors like Ben Affleck, obviously. You've got Jason Bateman. You've got Matt Damon. You've got Chris Tucker. You've got who's the other actor again? He's one of the Wayans brothers, I think. One of the Wayans brothers, Marlon Wayans, right? You've got them in the movie. And what's so good about the film, right? I'm gonna just dive into what I thought was actually great about this movie, right? You would think to yourself, if you told me right now, a movie about shoes is the most interesting thing ever, I would not believe you. But Air finds a way to be one of the most fascinating movies of 2023. And it just reminds me of Tetris, where we take this concept of, okay, this little thing, but we make it so engaging and so fascinating because of the way it's conducted, and we do the same thing here with Air, where we have this shoe, and we make it so fascinating and super interesting. On top of that, the actors have really good chemistry in this movie, and they just have very good interactions. There's also just these inspirational moments throughout the movie, like never give up, you can do this. They pitch the ideas, and then some people in the company, the companies are they're demotivating each other, and they're motivating each other. You do this, or you suck, you're an idiot. Or you got agents, and then Adidas hates Nike and all this stuff, and you're just competing for this top spot sort of thing. But then they see Michael Jordan and his potential. Michael Jordan really is in this. That really is a part of this movie. They don't show his face though, and it's good they don't show his face because they just use him as an inspiration and a motivation. An amazing thing to do here. On top of that, like there's a lot of educational things about this movie. Like, you don't need to know anything about basketball to watch this movie, because they teach you the things about how much these companies earned and all this stuff. It just goes for it, and it is just so motivating. Like, Matt Damon gives an inspirational speech, and they show off the shoes. Adidas shows off their shoes, and the Converse shows off their shoes. They show off Nike as well, and then you get Michael Jordan's parents in there as well, who are a part of this. Michael Jordan's mother is played by Viola Davis, and I just like the fact that it is just so motivational, and it is just taking a concept that normally you'd be like, so shoes is like one of the most fascinating things ever in a movie. Oh, that's nice. Right, and it's a refreshing movie. It's a very refreshing movie. Like, I don't think a lot of movies are like this, where they just want to try something different and build it off of shoes. But having said that, there's like a documentary of Michael Jordan. There's all these movies about basketball, about never giving up. But it's just that when you have, like nowadays, right, you get a lot of movies that just try to be so mainstream and go for the obvious. Whereas we could just take a concept about shoes and make that the most interesting thing ever. And I am just getting my point across there that if you want something inspirational, go watch this movie. I watched it on a website, but it was in HD quality. It was a pretty good thing. I give this movie like an 8 out of 10. Like, oh my god, man. There's been an interesting mix of movies this year, and I know I'm probably reviewing this like a bit later than usual. Like, it came out back in April. It came out but when Mario came out and stuff like that. But this is a movie that I strongly recommend you go watch. I don't know if it's going to be in theaters for too long now, since it's been out for a month, and I don't know if it did well at the box office. But go see the movie. If you're really into basketball, it's even better for you. But even if you're not into basketball, it is probably just amazing. Like it's just you just never think to yourself, oh, this is super fascinating. And so I am going to upload this review tonight, and it's midway late into Sunday. It's like 8. I'm recording this. It's like 8 o'clock on Sunday night, but I'm gonna put it out here because I just love this movie, and I'm glad I did. Right, I can't stop going on about this movie, and it just tells you all you need to know about Air. So yeah, I'll see you next week for another episode of the James Rambling Reviews, or not even next week, whenever we do another review. I never expected to do a review this early. Bye. We'll see you for episode 70 of the James Rambling Show, man. Oh my god, Air. Fucking awesome shit, honestly. Oh man, you gotta give it to Ben Affleck with this one. Gotta give it to him indeed. So yeah, bye. See ya. Basketball, Michael Jordan, Air, shoes. Shoes are so interesting because of this movie. Bye.